What's going on? It's Chris Desir here, back with another video, also known as 100 Agency. Name of the channel, go follow. This is gonna be why niggas like anime. Why are we so obsessed with anime? Why are all you people in the spiritual community just doing AMVs now of your favorite animes? Why does everybody believe they got a special power and ability? Why does everybody believe that they have a special transformation or something like that, that they're more than they are currently? You know why? You know why? Because it's true. It's true. Anime, all of those special abilities and superpowers, most of them are real, are real. And guess what? Those shows that you love, your favorite characters, the lessons that they teach you, how they helped you grow into the person that you are today, guess what? All of the information given in those shows were written by people just like you and me, which means they got their information from the world we live in here today. They got their ideas from the world that we live in here today. Because how does that make sense? Think about it. Think about it. How is um Akira Toriyama? How is not dude who made Naruto? I can't remember his name. How do people made Bleach? People who made all of your favorite shows. How do they know these things, right? If these things are just fantasy and they're not real, right? How could you even come up with that idea in your head? There's only one or two explanations. One, the creators of the show actually have abilities that they're not telling us. But let's be serious, that's not true. Or the second option, right? They got their information from the world that we live in. They got their information from something else and made a show, made a character, made an arc, made a series to express the things that they learned. Anime, whether you like shonen, whether you like isekai, whether you like all of that shit, I'm gonna be very careful with the words that I say. Very careful. It's real. I'm gonna start with some of the easiest ones of all. Shonen. 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 Everybody grew up with shonen. Everybody. Especially if you were late 90s kid, early 2000 kids, even a 2010s kid, right? Everybody knows shonen. Everybody knows shonen. For those of you who don't know, shonen is based off of real life. All of those powers and abilities, ki, aura, nen, chakra, that's real. That's real. You know we have a soul, right? If you're spiritual, I know you believe in a soul. What is your higher self? You can't see your higher self. What is your higher self? Your soul. But did you know in science, there's actually a word that they use for soul? When scientific people, the people who make the shit that we use, the people who give us the definitions in our textbooks and the things in our school, you know they actually have a definition for the word soul, right? It's called your biofield. Shout out Young Pharaoh for that. It's called your biofield. You have energy and a presence around you. You know this, right? Chakra, your aura, everybody knows about the seven chakras: sacral, navel, no, root, sacral, navel, heart, throat, crown, no, brow, crown. Those are the seven main chakras, but there's 72 in total. And above your crown is silver and then gold. For those of you who didn't know that. All of these powers, attributes, and abilities that you see in the show, the reason why you connect with it so much is because you know to a certain extent you have those powers and abilities. You know to a certain extent you can do those abilities that are in the shows and TV shows. You know, people actually have actual chi, right? There's a video on YouTube, on YouTube, where you can find from the 70s of a Chinese guy literally lighting a paper on fire with his hands. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Paper. Look, 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 look. Look at this dude. This is from the like the 70s. Look, I'm gonna scroll through it. Look, look, look at this. Look at this dude. When he heard me show this. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. We have powers. We have abilities. Everything you see in those shows, not everything. Most things you see in those shows is real life. You know how in Naruto, now let's go to Naruto. You know how in Naruto, you depending on what clan you have special abilities. You know how some people are more water attributes, some people are more fire attributes, some people are more earth attributes, some people are more fire, earth, water, air attributes. You know that depending on where you were when you were born and your astrology, this is why I keep bringing this back up. Keep bringing this back up. I keep bringing this back up. You need to learn your natal chart. You have different attributes. Everybody has different special abilities and powers. Everybody does. This is real. This is science. This ain't made up BS. This is science. I made a whole video named You Know Who You Are, where you can find out how to do your natal chart for free and how to look up what each part of the natal chart tells you for free. We are now coming into the age of Aquarius. By the time it hits 2034, around 2030 to 2034, we will be fully into the new age of Aquarius. What does that mean? In scientific terms, the sun is getting hotter. We all know this. The sun is getting hotter. And people are saying it is unlocking your DNA strands. It is, but it's not just affecting your body physically. You are mentally unlocking more aspects of your power. You are unlocking your magical abilities. You are unlocking your superpowers. You're unlocking your abnormal senses and connections to reality. I know y'all be walking around and you be feeling spirits. I know y'all be walking around and y'all be seeing visions. I know y'all be walking around reading people's minds. You're not crazy. As much as your friends and everybody else want to tell you you're hallucinating, you have schizophrenia, you're not crazy. This is science. This is actual science. You can find the research papers and everything about it. This is science. Now, let me preface you. Why did I say in the beginning most things are real and other things are not? You got to understand, all right? Who controls the media? Who controls the entertainment? Who controls the video games? The Masons, the people who are against us. I will keep saying this. They control everything. And they will slip in demonic, satanic things into some of these animes and make you think these things are real, or make you think that you should be trying to unlock these abilities or be trying to mess with these things. I'll give you an example. Evangelion. Everybody knows about the crazy ending of Evangelion with all the Christian symbols and stuff. That's satanic stuff. That's not natural to this universe. This is all of that symbolism and stuff is based off of Christianity, which was created by the Masons, if you didn't know. If you didn't know. And then a lot of these new TV shows now, the reason why I don't watch anime as much as I do anymore is one, everything is a watered down now. And two, they're pushing a lot of agendas in these new animes coming out. They're pushing a lot of gay pride agenda. They're pushing a lot of incest. I mean, anime's always been doing that, but more than ever, they're pushing agendas in these shows, and they're pushing actually satanic stuff all over the place, which is not natural, which is not righteous, which will get you effed up and screwed over if you try to fall into this mindset that this is real. All of these demon shows and things like that, they're not real. The demon type stuff is not real. Anything revolving chakra, ki, aura, nen, things like that, those are real superpowers and abilities. And the reason why you people feel that way again, especially if you were born in the late 90s and early 2000s, bro, your soul, right, came from another part of this galaxy. When you came into existence on the day that you were born, your soul went through your mother's womb and inhabited the body. This is astrology. There's an astrologer called the Peace Dealer. I'll put his link in the description. Go watch his live streams. He will literally read your mind. He will be the things he was saying. He'll be talking about the everyday events that are happening in your life. You've been going through this recently. You've been watching people try to test you, try to call you crazy, try to be up in your space. People always trying to flip out on you, try to blame you to be the problem and all of that. I experience it too. Everybody does. But you gotta understand this isn't la la. This isn't foo foo. This isn't magic. This is science. Just because you do not understand how to use your abilities and your powers and your things yet does not mean you don't have access to them. We have powers, we have abilities. Some people can do physical things, like I showed you with that video with that guy lighting the thing on fire. Other people are more psychological and in nature. Some people are more mind reading in nature. Some people have anime type powers. Some people have comic book hero type powers. Some people are Superman. Some people are Charles Xavier. I lean towards more Charles Xavier. I checked my natal chart. I actually paid for the Peace Dealer, the astrologer I'm telling you about. I paid him a substantial amount of money to actually read my chart and tell me the things that I need to do to further unlock my powers and further unlock my spirituality and further help my life. I am more of a mind reader. I'm more of a psychic type person. I am not more of a physical type attribute type person. Some of you may be the opposite. Some of you may literally have the ability to like shift things with your physical body, light things on fire, or control elements that way. But you won't know if you don't know your natal chart. You won't know if you won't actually do the research. You won't know any of these things. And be careful with the animes that you're watching. Be careful with them, especially if you are a Negroid, an African, and things like that. We have nothing to do with anything that is demonic. We have nothing to do with anything that requires evil spirits, black magic, selling your soul, giving up blood for it. We don't do none of that. We don't do none of that. We don't do none of that. None of it. Stop it. That's not you. That is not you. That's not you. You can watch and learn from your animes, right? You can watch and learn from them. But you gotta realize you need to get to a certain point in your life where you start to realize this real world is more crazy, more awesome, more extravagant than the anime world. Stop imagining yourself in that world and start realizing that world is trying to be this world. That world is trying to do its best to interpret shit that actually happens in this world. The more research you do and actual facts that you bring up, you realize how crazy shit is over here in this reality that we live. Shit is crazier than you could ever imagine. And we have so much access to things you can't even fathom. But I digress, right? I digress. Do your research. Search up Young Pharaoh, General Seti. Start doing your astrology. Start searching up astrologers, right? Start learning the craft. It's not for everybody. But if you really, really feel like you are a ninja, if you really, really feel like you have a superhero ability, if you really, really feel like you're not from this planet, you're not crazy. I'm here to let you know this is science. The rest of the world is still eating the lies. They haven't caught up to us yet. We are ahead of the game. And let's keep it that way. It's been Chris Azier, 100 Agency. Catch y'all next time.